Welcome to The Right Stuff from Goldspot Pens, a podcast that guides you from pen noob to aficionado in less than 20 minutes. I'm your host, Tom Otto. In this episode, I discuss how many pens to keep inked at one time, share a couple of amazing ocean-themed pens, and tell you about our latest Weekly Dip special. Last, I'll give away something on my desk. The first pen featured in this week's episode is one that might have you dancing at your desk or dreaming of a sunny island paradise. Check out the Copacabana. Let your mind drift away while writing with this beach-themed, shimmering Nahvalur fountain pen. Its name is Nahvalur, but some may still call it Narwhal. Either way, this is one amazing pen. It's based on the oversized Nautilus model. The Voyage, which this is what the edition is called, has a rounded cylindrical profile with ample size and feel in hand. An ink window allows you to see the waves of ink rolling around inside the piston filling barrel. Cast by Starry Night Resins, this custom handmade resin is inspired by shimmering tropical waters and sandy beaches. Copacabana dances across the page with a number 6 size stainless steel nib made in-house by Narwhal in 5-point size options. For the writing sample I did in a YouTube short earlier this week, I filled the pen with Robert Oster Tranquility, which I thought was a fitting match for this pen's vibe. Writing and passion are always the fashion with the Copacabana. The Narwhal Copacabana is only available in 150 pieces with the edition number on top of the cap. It's currently available for $160 exclusively at Goldspot Pens. And now for the pen tip of the week. GC12345 asks, what are your recommendations for how many pens are practical to keep inked up at once? This is a problem affecting many pen enthusiasts. So many pens, so little time to write with all of them. Having too many pens inked up at once means that some of them will go unused for days or longer. If a pen with ink sits for a prolonged period of time, the ink inside will evaporate its water content, leaving behind dried up ink. So when you do eventually pick up this neglected pen, it may have trouble starting or writing with a consistent flow. To prevent this, you'll want to give all your inked pens some love on an every other day basis. That means if you have 10 inked pens, 5 of them should be used one day and the other 5 the next. Personally, I have a maximum of 5 pens inked up at one time. I carry them in this Shibui pen case. As I'm working through the day, I will have 2 or 3 of those put on my desk so that I could draft, take notes, and write at my bullet journal. The next day, I'll use the other pens that were not used the day previous. Over the years, I've found this method to be the most manageable to ensure my inked pens are used consistently. The overall number of pens you could keep inked at one time varies based on the amount of writing you do each day. If you only handwrite a few lines a day, it won't be practical to have 20 pens inked up at one time, right? My best advice here is to take an honest look at how much time you spend writing by hand each day. If you average 15 minutes of writing a day, you could split that time by writing 5 minutes with 3 pens a day. Then you rotate in the other 3 pens the next day for a total of 6 inked pens. The math doesn't have to be exact. These numbers are just general guidelines so you could have a rough idea of how many pens would best fit your daily writing habits. How many pens do you usually keep inked up? Let me know in the comments below. Next, let me tell you about a pen you may want to keep in your daily writing rotation. In the vibrant marble blue of the Pithecusa's acrylic design, Leonardo chose to tell the ancient story of the island of Ischia. Influenced by Hellenic culture, the Momento Magico Pithecusa features elegant lines, a vintage-style pocket clip, and a central cap band engraved with a 3-dimensional pantograph wave pattern. The chatoyance of this vibrant blue acrylic is off the charts and appropriate for the island theme. You have the option of pairing this magnificent blue with either silver, gold, or rose gold appointments. And this 5-star review from Donna D says it all. The color is absolutely stunning, blue being my favorite color, mine too, and is exactly as pictured. The medium nib writes smoothly, isn't too big to use posted, and it fits comfortably in my medium hand. Donna is happy with her Leonardo paired with Robert Oster Blue Lagoon, which seems to be a fitting match in both the pen color and theme. The Pithecusa's main decorative element is the center band, which has a delicate wave pattern bookended by slim bands of marbled white acrylic. Thin rings also trim the transparent ink window where you can see the ink level of your pen. The Momento Magico design fills using Leonardo's in-house internal piston mechanism that can be disassembled and serviced using a special tool sold separately. The Pithecusa writes with the La Fenice No. 6 size stainless steel nib made by Jovo in Germany. At $225 retail and on sale for $199, the Pithecusa is Leonardo's most affordable piston-filling fountain pen the company offers. If you love a gorgeous blue pen, it's definitely worth a look. If you're looking for an even better deal, check out the pens we have on Weekly Dip. Each Wednesday, we rotate a different pen collection to receive some love and a hefty discount. This week, we have the Conklin Stylograph collection at 50% off retail. The collection is loosely based off of the vintage Conklin pen designs from the golden age of fountain pens. The Stylograph has an exotic, colorful appeal. From the first moment you see this pen, you realize this isn't an ordinary acrylic resin. For this edition, Conklin cuts pieces of swirling acrylic into rings and then stacks them on the barrel and cap of the pen. The visual effect is like looking at a completed puzzle where all the pieces fit and the puzzle itself doesn't quite make any sense when it's put together, but it looks pretty cool. There are 3 colorways. You have orange and black, green and brown, and yellow and blue. Orange and black has the polished black trims and a matching black stainless steel nib. Green and brown is paired with silver trim. And yellow and blue has rose gold trims with a black fountain pen nib. The cap sports a pocket clip debossed with the Conklin logo, a metal band engraved with a repeated pattern of crescents and the word Stylograph right in the middle. And then the Conklin name is once again at the cap top finial. The vintage-inspired Stylograph fountain pen uses modern cartridge converter technology to fill the pen, of which both are included. A matching twist action ballpoint pen is also available in all 3 color styles and writes with a Parker-style ballpoint ink cartridge. Conklin fits a No. 6 size Jovo stainless steel nib on the Stylograph pen in a variety of 6 different nib sizes ranging from extra fine to broad, 1.1mm stub, and OmniFlex. Originally, the Stylograph collection sells for $125 retail for the fountain pen and $95 for the ballpoint. With the Weekly Dip discount, you can find these pens for $62.50 and $47.50 respectively until Wednesday, July 26th at 2 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. And now for the question of the week. Vicky Crouch asks, I would like to know if you should base a pen purchase on a favorite brand or have a variety. Vicky, a big part of enjoying the fountain pen hobby is embracing a wide variety of different fountain pen shapes, designs, sizes, materials, nibs, and ink colors. After all, how are you going to know which is the perfect fit for you if you don't have a few pens from different manufacturers? In my own personal collection, as you saw a brief preview when I was showing and discussing the pen tip of the week, I regularly write with pens from several different brands and can appreciate what each pen maker brings to the table regarding uniqueness and artistry. And while I do have favorite brands that I trust to make an amazing pen, I aim to stay open to the possibility of falling in love with a pen from another maker if one should present itself. So congrats go to Vicky Crouch for being picked as the question of the week. Since we didn't have a prize up for grabs last week, we will send Vicky a Narwhal Original Merman Green fountain pen. For this week's prize, I have a Rhodia Webby notebook with 192 pages of blank 90 GSM Clairefontaine paper. To enter the giveaway, you must be subscribed to the Goldspot Pens channel, like this video, and leave a comment with a question you'd like for me to answer in a future episode. If I answer your question of the week, you win. Thank you for checking out this week's episode of the Right Stuff Podcast by Goldspot Pens. Now, go out there, put your pen to paper, and write stuff. Until next time, stay inky, my friends. Take care.